Well, I have 2 GoPros on my for my motovlogging now. I just bought, I don't know if you can see this one right here. It's facing me. I might use it from time to time, have it face the other direction, because it'll be more steady than the one on my helmet where I'm moving my head all the time. But anyway, I'm gonna go to Rim Road and try to fly my drone, see what happens. I hope the microphone's working. It's been making clicking sounds and cracking sounds, and when I get on the highway, start going fast, sometimes it's hard to hear. I might need a new microphone. But let's see what happens. So today's Sunday, the 16th, I believe, and not this Saturday, but the last Saturday previous, like I think that was the 9th, 8th, 9th, or yeah, I think the 8th. Anyway, 2 Saturdays ago, because today's Sunday. It took 2 years for this to happen, but I finally caught COVID. And I know how I got it. And I know there's been deaths from this disease, and that's sad and all, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but for me, it was like having a cold. Do I need gas? Nope, I got enough gas. So anyway, I was at my brother's sisters-in-law, not this Saturday, but last Saturday, and they had their grandkids with them, and we just had a relaxing day, talking, shooting the breeze, drinking a cup of tea. The grandkids, when I showed up, came up like they always do and screamed and hollered, Uncle Frank, and gave me hugs. And then on Monday, I got a call from my sister-in-law. I believe that's who called me. And she says, we all have COVID. And I was feeling fine Monday. But they said they all got COVID. My brother, his wife got it. The 3 grandkids have it. Their mom, his and her daughter got it, and so did the husband. So Monday afternoon, I started to have an itchy throat and a runny nose and just a slight cough. And Tuesday, I believe it was Tuesday, I started to feel a little worse. Tuesday night, about 7:30, I took my vitals, and I was really tired. And I think it was Tuesday, my temperature hit 101.7, and I went to sleep, and I slept until 8 o'clock the next morning, and then I went and got a COVID test. Actually, I got a COVID test on Tuesday and took it, and it was negative, but I was feeling so bad on Wednesday, I called my doctor, and I went and got another COVID test. This one was a single pack called the Flex Flow, I believe, and it came out positive. So I went to my doctor on Thursday afternoon. He saw me in the parking lot along with other people in the parking lot who had COVID. He gave me 3 injections. One was a steroid, one was an antibiotic, and the other one, I forgot what it was, but it was for managing muscle aches and pain. And then I went to the pharmacy the very next morning and picked up a 5-day supply of antibiotic, a 10-day supply of dexamethasone, which is a steroid, a corticosteroid, a nasal spray, and what was the other one? Well, there was one other one. Anyway, so Thursday I started feeling a little bit better. Friday I started feeling really good. The only temperature I had was that, I believe it was Tuesday, I said. My temperature pretty much stayed normal. I didn't have much of a cough. You probably can hear me kind of nasally right now, but the cough was mild the entire time. And Friday I started feeling good. Saturday I really felt really good, and then today I feel pretty good today. I have a nasal congestion, no body aches or headache. All my vitals are normal. I do have a cough and a clearing of my throat, but it's mild. When I did have my coughing the beginning of the week, it was more moderate. So I'm thinking maybe I caught the Omicron variant because it's highly infectious, but apparently it doesn't kick you hard as the original SARS-CoV-2. So I'm doing okay. I was able to exercise Tuesday, did my regular weight routine. Tuesday and Wednesday I exercised. Thursday I did not exercise, so let's see, what did I do? Tuesday was leg day. Wednesday I did arms. Thursday I fell asleep. I think it was Thursday, slept all day, all night. I'm getting my days mixed up. I got brain fog. And then Friday I did my chest routine, and of course my shoulder routine should have been Friday, but I missed the day, so I did my shoulder routine on Saturday. And no shortness of breath. My vitals have been, let's see, my pulse oximeter, or my O2 saturation has been at 97-98. My blood pressure has averaged 118 to 120 over 74 I mean. Temperature's been at 98.6, except for today it was 97.7. Respirations are normal, so I can't complain. We'll see if this gets worse by next week, or if it gets better. I'm feeling really good today. So this is my second motorcycle ride for the new year, and I'm gonna go out to Rim Road. I brought my drone with me, and I'm going to try to fly my drone out on Rim Road if it's not real windy. I'm telling you, it feels really good to be on this motorcycle. I love riding my bike. But I have 2 GoPros now. It took me forever to buy this second GoPro. They're Hero 7 Blacks. I like the Hero 7 Blacks. I'm sticking with those. I might buy a third GoPro, and if I do, I'll probably put it on this guard down here, facing forward. I'll have 3 different angles for my motovlogging. Okay, and then today, my brother and his wife are going to watch the Dallas Cowboys play. I think they said they're playing at 2 o'clock. And I guess it's a critical game. They're playing against the 49ers. And I don't have stations to watch the games or stuff like that. I mostly have news stations like the Blaze TV, the Daily Wire. So I texted him today and said, hey, after my trip to Rim Road, since we all have COVID, do you mind if I come by and watch the game at your house? Your call. And my brother texted me back, he says, we don't have a problem with that. So I guess I'll go over to their house after this. I've been home for what, 8 days, 6 days shy of the mandatory or 14-day isolation. But I'm not going anywhere where people don't have COVID, and I'm staying outdoors, except for at my brother's house when we watch the game, and of course we'll sit separate from each other. But this variant of the SARS-CoV-2 really didn't knock me on my butt. I'm wondering too, the tests that I did, they were the take-home test. One was the, I think it's called Flow Flux, or Flux Flow, single dose. That's the one that said I tested positive. I did one prior to that. Sometimes I wonder, since the flu is also a SARS virus, how do they set that test up so that they know it's actually COVID and not the flu? I wonder how that test distinguishes between those two SARS viruses, but the CDC says that it does, so I guess maybe it does. It's a nice cool day, sunny. It's not that breezy, but when I get over there up into those mountains, who knows? Could be pretty windy. Yeah, I think I'll buy another GoPro. Now that I'm feeling healthier and I'm exercising and getting some of my health and strength back, because I've gone through 2 medical issues this year. I got the pulmonary embolism back in September. That knocked me on my butt for 2 months, and then I got this crazy SARS virus. But I'm exercising, getting some of my strength back, and I'm thinking what I'm going to do is when the weather gets warmer, I'm going to take a trip to San Antonio to see my sister and also see my cousin. I also want to make that trip to the trip that I had planned last year that I couldn't do because I got the well, I wasn't planning it for next year. I was wait a minute, yeah, because I got that pulmonary embolism last year in September, so I was planning to take that long trip last year. I was going to go to Plano, Rowlett, Texas, New Orleans, Orlando, Florida, Virginia, Hell, Michigan, and then back. I was thinking that was going to be a 2-month trip. Couldn't do it. So I'm thinking I'll try to do it this year. microphone on this GoPro is working. Like I said, the very first video for the new year, right on January 1st, I went to my brother's house and talking through the microphone in this helmet, I was getting a lot of clicking, popping sounds, and low sound, or a lot of noise and low sound when the bike was going fast on the highway. Didn't used to do that. Today, before I got on the motorcycle, I cleaned off all the connections with alcohol and sprayed the openings down really good with compressed air. So maybe there was just dust in there. I'm hoping that's what it was, and that the microphone is working good right now. Now I just have to remember how to get to Rim Road. I know I have to get off Mesa and go up Mesa. So it'll be all the way to downtown. I'm going to try my drone out there. I'm going to try a new app that came out for the drone called Litchi or Litchi, Litchi. It's added some more functionality to the drone. I have the Mavic Mini. It will do waypoints now, so I'll be able to set up the trajectory where I want the drone to fly. And once it's set up, I can set up the altitude, the speed, the direction. I can set up a point of interest with this app, and then you just push the play button. The drone goes up in the air and flies autonomous. I don't have to put my hands on the joysticks, which frees me up to watch the drone constantly, because the other way, when I'm looking down at the controls and the phone that hooks up to my remote control, I'll look back up for the drone and I have a hard time finding it. It's so small. So this way, and I've tried the Litchi app at the house, I can constantly keep my eye on the drone and watch it, and I keep my hand on the return to home button just in case something goes wrong. So you can hear me coughing. That's about the extent of my coughing. It's just every once in a while, and it's a productive cough. That's where I'm going, up that way. I guess I could catch Rim Road from this side and take it up that way, but I always forget how to do it. I know how to get to it better from downtown. Wow, Powerball, 347 million for the mega lottery. I've yet to play the lottery. I have no idea what I would do with that much money. Get into trouble. Buy a collection of motorcycles like Keanu Reeves has. and then be broke. Whew. I wonder how that's going to look on the video when I get it done. Is it recording? I believe it is. I should set these GoPros to something called looping. I'm going to have to learn how to do that, because then instead of them going all the time and using up the memory card, I think what it does is it records a certain amount of time, then it records over that, and then records over that, so the memory card doesn't get full. And then what you do is, when you get to a point where you want to record something, I think what you do is you hit the record button, and it saves that portion of recording to the memory card, and then it starts looping again. Okay, so this is Mesa. I'm on the corner of Mesa and Montana, and just got to remember how to get to Rim Road. I have a pin shield inside on the inside of my face shield, which keeps it from fogging up on cool days like this. The only problem is my glasses fog up. I'm gonna have to talk to my eye doctor and see if maybe I can get contacts when I ride the motorcycle on cool days. There should be a sign around here that says Rim Road or Scenic Drive or something like that. Scenic Drive. No, that's Sunset Heights. I don't think it's to the left. It's going to be to the right. Sunset Heights Historic District. I should go check that out too. Here it is, Rim Road. Some nice houses up here on Rim Road. I think they cost in the millions. Yep, I'm glad I got this GoPro. Let's go, people. Hello. I'm getting hungry. That's a nice house. I like that one. I've always liked that one. bike feels a little wobbly. I wonder if the tires are low. I hope not. You never know with all the construction in my area. Could have run over a nail. Big house. I don't care for it though. That's nice. Be parking around here somewhere. I think it's right here somewhere. I think. Yep. Okay, turn these GoPros off. Well, I hope both GoPros are recording. I think the GoPro on my handlebar wasn't recording on the way up. I hope I'm wrong. Well, I didn't get to fly the drone. I have an app on my phone that checks the weather and a bunch of other things and tells you if it's good to fly or not. And when I first got up here, it was not windy, and the app said it was okay to fly, but I got talking to this guy here by the name of Bob Gerald. And then I noticed the wind starting to pick up, and it just got too windy up here for me to fly the drone. So I'm gonna go down here, get on the highway, head over to John and Gloria's, watch the football game. Maybe they'll feed me because I'm getting hungry. And it's starting to get cold, and I have to go to the little boy's room. Downtown El Paso. Somewhere around here is the high school that There it is. Cathedral High School. One of my friends that I grew up with, Santiago Romero, that's where he graduated from, Cathedral High School. He lives here in El Paso. I think he's lived here all his life. And we just don't communicate with each other anymore. Sad. We have completely opposite views politically, and I think that's probably why we don't communicate with each other anymore. I mean, I looked him up once, and then he was kind enough and nice enough to come to my mom's funeral, and he got me this nice book, religious passages and stuff, and I thought we had made a reconnection. And he's on Facebook, I was on Facebook, and all of a sudden, boom, he wasn't on Facebook anymore. Well, I mean, he's on Facebook, but I'm pretty sure he blocked me because I couldn't get to his Facebook page anymore. And I think it's because of my political views. I'm pretty strong about my political views. Oh well. I don't block anybody on Facebook because they have a different point of view than I do. I just don't do it. Keep it at 65 or 60 miles an hour here. I wish I could tell if that GoPro's looking at me. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? I'm wondering if there's a way I can split the screen on my iPhone so it picks up both GoPros on the phone. That would be cool. Too bad I didn't get to fly the drone today. It was just too windy. Maybe what I could do this week is go up there every day and maybe I'll get lucky and hit a day where it's not windy. Well, this is not California, so no lane splitting. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do looping recording on these. This GoPro that's facing me has been running for 21 minutes already, so you know it's put a lot of video on that Sims card. It's starting to fill up. Or just get bigger Sims cards. I got all the green lights so far. That's a good thing. stay green, please stay green, please stay green. Yeah. Get that kitty cat. Meow. Is recording, and she's recording. Okay, kiddo.
Hey man, we will see you later.
This is when Bella runs. Okay, take care. Yeah. Nobody's gonna steal your plywood?
Not mine, sir.
Okay. All right. Time to hit the road. So I watched the first and second half of the Dallas Cowboy game with my brother and sister-in-law, and Dallas is not doing too good. They're playing the 49ers, and I told my sister-in-law they're not winning because I'm here at the game watching. I'm gonna have to leave, but I'm leaving because I got to get home before it gets dark. I didn't bring the clear shield for my helmet, and I don't want to drive with the shield up because it's cold. I don't want to freeze my face off. It was good to get out on the motorcycle. It was a bummer that I couldn't fly my drone up on the off the mountain at Rim Road. Too windy. I'll try again another day. I'm not a football fan anyway. Tired. I never really did like football. I really didn't like football. My junior year in high school. I waited till my junior year in high school. I made friends with this guy who was a sophomore who wanted to go out for football his sophomore year. He was a big dude. So I said, yeah, I'll go out for football with you. And during one of the first scrimmage practices, I'm out on the field. They had me on the line. I was a skinny little runt, but I was on the line, either a tackler or guard. And I was doing defense, and they hiked the ball, the line opened up, and coming through the line was one of my friends, David Almada. I figured I'm gonna take him out. Nope, he laid me flat on my butt. He had that football in his hand. He was coming right at me, and I was gonna take him down, and he nailed me. I'd never been hit so hard in all my born days. I went flat on my back, and I didn't get up right away because it hurt. And the coach comes over and goes, "Son, are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, coach, I'm okay. Give me a second." I get up, I turn, and I start to walk they see me walking towards the benches, and instead of sitting down, I walked around the bench, went around the other side of the stadium, into the dressing room, took that football uniform off, and said, "The hell with this." And I did not play football. Yeah, next time I'm on the motorcycle, I'm gonna read up tonight. Maybe look at a couple of YouTube videos on using these GoPros set on looping, L-O-O-P-I-N-G, looping. I mean, this has already put another 7 minutes, 8 minutes now of video on the little SIMS card. If I was going to take a long trip like I'm planning to do to Plano, Rowlett, New Orleans, Orlando, Virginia, and Michigan, I'll run out of SIMS card if they're recording constantly. So I'm going to try the looping process. I got to read up on it. So for the 2 GoPros, I'm filming both of them with, I think it's like 7K or 12K, 2.5K, and the one on my helmet is set to wide to get a nice panoramic view, and then I set this one to linear to narrow the view. I also might try it later on in a more wide view and see what that looks like. But from looking at the camera, but you know, looking here at the iPhone, it looks like that's a perfect situated place for my for this phone. And I like the way this mount is holding it on. It's holding it down low, and my front shield is protecting the back end, because the back end has an opening in it, and if a rock or something was to hit that, it would crack the back screen on the GoPro. So this is a good setup. I like it. Always look over your shoulders when you're making a turn. There's a term for that. Can't remember what it's called, but looking before you turn, lifesaver. I've gotten in the habit of doing that. What I need to do is get out on my motorcycle and start practicing emergency stops, U-turns, figure eights, S-shapes, slow driving, balancing. I mean, this is balanced pretty good, holding it with one hand. This corner, man, it always smells of sewer. There it is, Amazon. I'm gonna try to fly my drone all the way around Amazon one day. I'll have to do it in sections and then piecemeal it together, because of my little Mavic drone, if it gets to the other side of the building going in a full circle, I'll lose signal, and then it'll just stop the mission and return to home. They finally fixed that school speed limit sign. It was flashing 24/7. And one day a constable was driving by. I stopped him and told him. He said he'd get it handled. He did. Home sweet home. This glove. The inner part of the glove keeps coming out of the fingers. Then it makes it hard to put back on. Okay.